Alrighty, guys, this is episode 29 of the Iconic Podcast.
29,
Coming up
baby.
on our first 30 episodes. And Tony and I are joined by no other than Caleb Jones, which is a really good friend of Tony. So we got a bunch of great combos for you guys here tonight, a couple which we already started tapping into. And Caleb actually also does sales similar to Tony. So I'm sure that we're going to have a bunch of nuggets from that area, so to speak. So Caleb, dude, genuinely, thank you very much for coming to Jersey. Thank you for coming on to the Iconic Podcast. Tony and I are super stoked about this episode, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad to be here, man.
Dude, I still can't believe it. Like, it's so funny because we were like talking to the only reason I got Caleb out here.
Yeah.
We've been talking about this. We'd obviously been friends for like 3 years. And it's funny because like I literally told him, I was like, bro, you got to come to the Northeast. You got to come to the Northeast. I didn't realize he's never like, I know you came here one time. How long ago was that?
It was like 3 years ago.
3 years ago, right?
Okay.
So I was like, dude, you got to come do it with us because we've lived here now. You've lived here your whole life. I've been here 15 plus years.
We know the spots.
Like, we know the spot. So I was like, bro, when you come up, what better time to come than 4th of July? And kind of going into today's episode, man, I'm super pumped because not only are we doing the same thing, but bro, like your lifestyle is really fucking like when I look at you, I'm like, dude, I want to be like Caleb. And it says, I know you got a role, you got a Porsche, you got all these things kind of going for you, and obviously you have a skill that we all talk about all the time. We're not people that get paid by the hour, we get paid by what we kill, right? That's like the whole philosophy.
I love how you said that.
I really want to get your background. I don't think it's so weird. As long as we've known each other, we never really sat down and talked of your background. And I think to kind of like really set this up for people to really get to know you. Let's start there, man. Like, where did it start? I know you kind of shed a little bit. You're from Alabama. Dude, first of all, Alabama, man. That's a whole different thought. Let's start there. Walk me through that. Walk me through all that.
Dude, so like growing in Alabama was like a really good place to grow up because it's very wholesome, right?
Okay.
Like it's not dirty. It's
Yeah.
very clean. You can't really get in trouble there.
Okay.
It's like a part of that whole SEC thing. It's like once you're there, you get it, but if you never go, you're never going to get it. But I will say like being in the southern states kind of has an advantage. The women are very beautiful. Like there's a
What
wholesome
part was it? What city?
Auburn, Alabama.
Auburn. Oh, yeah.
So
Auburn,
you've got all the Auburn SEC chicks,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So
Auburn,
like
yeah.
you think about like Alabama, Tuscaloosa, Auburn, Ole Miss, like they're all there. They're in these pockets, right?
That makes so much sense why there's like that rivalry. Okay.
Right. But now, and even like in the SEC schools, like they're all coming down from the north, they're coming down from the West Coast, they're all coming down to like party and do the thing, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, and for some reason, they're always beautiful. I don't know what it is about like having a low GPA and like liking a party and makes it hot, but it does. Like I don't know what it is. There's something in there. So yeah, no. I grew up there. Ended up defecting. Went to Ole Miss just because the women were more beautiful there. Actually,
Really? Mississippi?
Yeah. There are more beautiful there. There are more out-of-state women. Believe it or not, the ones that were the best looking were from Jersey,
Really?
What?
and they were all Alpha Fees.
What does that mean? I don't know. I
It
don't
was
know
a
the Greek
sorority,
language.
Alpha Phi. They were all
Okay,
sorority.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay, they were
They were all from
sororities.
Jersey. I don't know what it is,
Bro, what the fuck?
but I think they couldn't go to a college in New York.
Well,
Or Jersey.
We all got Ivy Leagues
That
out
kinda-
here.
that
We got
kinda makes sense,
NYU,
so you went down
Columbia,
south.
Yeah.
So they were like, okay, we'll go down here. We'll have a good time. Whatever.
Where's Ole Miss, by the way? I'm going to sound so stupid. What part of Mississippi is Ole Miss?
This is Oxford, Mississippi.
Okay.
Because that helps you know where it is, right?
Sort of.
No, that doesn't help at all.
It doesn't matter.
So like it's like an hour south of Memphis.
Okay. that makes
Memphis,
sense.
Tennessee. So like when I would go, I'd fly into Memphis.
is
I
more
would
up north.
drive down south from
Yeah,
Memphis
of
an
course.
hour, which nobody goes to Memphis either because Memphis is like.
So you're going to school out there. What did you ultimately decide to pursue in terms of a degree? And did you wind up finishing?
So when I first got in, I started as political science.
Okay.
So I thought I wanted to go into law school.
Cool.
And then around sophomore year, I had a buddy that was 2 years out of college. He was selling software for a tech company in Atlanta, and he was 25.
Okay.
He was already clearing a quarter. And I was like,
Quarter
what the fuck am
mil,
I
yeah.
doing? I was like, well,
Yeah.
I'm going to law school. Like, I got 3 more years where I can get out and make this money immediately. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, exactly.
So once that hit, I was like, all right, like I'm going to stay, have a good time. Like the GPA doesn't really matter at this point. I know what I want to do. And yeah, like I just enjoyed school.
But like I call bullshit on you need to have any sort of formal education to be in sales. That's an absolute myth. Anybody tells you that, even Paycom, by the way.
It doesn't matter.
I
It
believe
does not
that. I
fucking
believe
matter.
it.
I
Doesn't
know a
matter.
lot of people that are just quick on their feet, that have like the determination and that are willing to walk through a wall to get a sale or have a conversation or have that confidence, because that's really half of it.
That is, right?
You don't need it. Dude, I graduated 3.0. Once, like, and to your point, I got my first sales job also, like, at 20. So, like, to me, I was like, all right, I'm fucking set. I'm going to pursue this. But, bro, like, dude, yeah, like, at that point, I didn't care. I went to school for accounting.
Yeah.
Did not care.
You knew you wanted to do something business related. But you know what? Caleb and Tony, I'll tell you it's funny. And I've told Tony this 100 times before. But growing up, I just always had, like, a weird kind of stigma associated with sales because I just saw too many people doing like door to door or like cold calls like 24/7. But once I've learned that sales is everything in business
and everything you do,
and everything you do, and it's
you do.
genuinely a real skill, it just changed my entire outlook on sales forever. And now I feel like those high ticket sales jobs, I feel like anyone that's watching this podcast right now, by the way, guys, you should look into anything high ticket sales related. Doesn't matter what it is, but as you guys have experienced, the commissions could really be like crazy.
Oh, dude, it's obnoxious.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's funny. You got to tell them the story about the guy who knocked on your door recently with the magazine.
Oh, dude, this guy.
Tell me about this.
So,
What happened?
first of all, I respect the fuck out of this guy. So I moved into this townhouse like 2 weeks ago. And so before that, I was living in an apartment, and I never experienced a door knocker.
All right.
And so I'm upstairs, I'm working, and I hear my doorbell ring, and I'm like, it's a package, whatever. It rings 3 more times in concession. I'm like, who the fuck is ringing my doorbell?
Has to be a salesman.
And so I go downstairs, open the door, nobody's there. I peek through the window, and I see this guy. He's walking past. He's smiling at me. He's got this like badge on his left side. And I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? I'm thinking it's like some kind of like county official or some shit asking for votes.
Right.
Comes to the door. I immediately knew it was a county official because he smelled like alcohol.
Oh,
He smelled
really?
like alcohol and
Oh,
like black
shit.
and mild. What I'm getting at is like, in order to fucking door knock, I would need to be fucked up.
Agreed,
I would
yeah.
need to drink like this guy, right? Like,
Just have
door-
more confidence
the
at the
door-
ass,
like,
yeah.
that's a crazy job. Like,
Is
door
that a real
knocking.
thing? People be off something while they're.
I don't know if it's a thing, but I think about myself. Like, if I had to door knock all day, every day, I would probably be drinking.
Yeah, it makes sense, especially after like the fifth person like tells you to f off and slams the door on your
Yeah.
face. Like it does something to you.
Unless you're like a brutal psychopath and you just don't like
Which-
register that stuff, which is people like that.
Dude, there's like a like for example.
Right. Well,
Like-
he's
Who's
just.
that? One of your coworkers?
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
think.
Well, we're gonna like actually have to block that off. But like we like him like there's some people just so wired for sales. Like they're like legit like sociopaths.
Okay.
He's,
fair
like,
enough,
he's an
fair
ex
enough.
wrestler, dude. Like,
Yeah, there's some
All right,
guys.
so there's
So,
some other stuff there.
There are some people that are wired for that, yes. But anyway, so he's down here. He's like, you know that guy on Instagram who sells like the shoe cleaner? He
Yeah.
sprays his
Yeah,
shoes.
yes, yes.
He's hilarious.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he took bits from this guy. Like, he's doing bits. I'm laughing. I'm like, this is funny. You know, this is funny. It's good. I'll talk to you. He's like, what do you do? I'm like, I'm in sales. He's like, okay, well, that makes sense. He's like, I figured that. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, well, there's a red Porsche right here. And he's like, and I saw your watch. He's like, I figured you were in sales. And I was like, well, okay. I was like, well, I respect it. Like, what
enough.
do you want to sell me? And he was like, well, I'm going to try to sell you The Economist. I'm like, what the fuck is The Economist?
That's a
He's-
newspaper, right?
It's a magazine.
It's a
Okay,
magazine.
magazine.
Yeah,
And he
yeah,
was
yeah.
like, well, do you like
the
money?
Wall Street Journal, but it's
And I
more
was
like
like-
fancy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like, well, do you like money? And I was like, well, we all like making money. He's like, well, The Economist is about money. I was like, how much is it? He's like, it's $300 a year.
It's not
Fair.
bad.
For a magazine,
I
though.
was gonna say,
For
are
a paper
Yo,
magazine.
I was just having this conversation recently, dude. Are magazines and like even still a thing? Like who? Like I want to know
There's
if
something out.
Yo,
So-
is there people genuinely flipping through pages still?
I would be shocked. Yeah, probably.
I would be shocked too.
So
Honestly.
he already cornered this. Like, he knew this rejection was coming, like a fucking magazine. What I want
Yeah,
that
yeah.
for?
I mean, they're
and he was like,
taking
well, you know, Steven down the road, he bought this from me, and he just donates to the battered women's shelter. And I'm like, the battered women shelter reading The Economist? Like,
yeah, like what's up?
I'm like, but you know, I didn't dig in. I was like, that's fine, whatever. And then he proceeds telling me, he's like, you know, like, well, I make 80% commission on whatever I sell. And I'm like, okay, that's cool.
not a
He's
bad
like,
gig, though.
And,
You sell
and then he
magazine?
pulls up his tags, like, this is my daughter, like, he goes to his daughter. And then at that point, I'm like, okay.
what
I
an
looked at him.
idiot.
I looked at him and I said, you know what,
you
dude? I was like,
pulled on your heartstrings.
I don't want this fucking magazine, but I'm gonna cash app you like $80 because
That's cool.
Because I respect the fact that you walked up here
Yeah.
and you made me laugh, and your bit was pretty good. I don't fucking want The Economist.
Nobody.
Yeah, you don't
I
care
don't want The
about that
Economist,
Dude,
But,
I
like,
mean-
I'll give you some money. So I
yeah.
cash apped him and he left. But like that in perspective makes me realize that like what I'm selling and what I'm doing is so much easier than like this guy
Oh
that's
my
really
God,
walking around 95-degree heat, sweating.
Yep.
Right. You know, selling a magazine subscription. Like, can you imagine?
That's
Bro,
crazy.
right
Like
now,
selling
in this
window
heat-
washing's one thing. Magazines, fuck reads magazines.
Nobody
That's
reads
what
It's on my
magazines,
phone.
yeah.
I can get The Economist on Apple News.
But you know what that reminds me of? Like it's sometimes like people are in such in a rut. Like, and I guarantee you that's commissions only. Like it's 100% commission based.
Could be.
100%.
Bro,
It's all commission based.
Like,
Yeah.
like when you're doing that, like no offense to anybody else, like genuinely, what I mean this respectfully, don't get anybody off the fucking street to go sell that.
Yeah,
Ooh,
absolutely.
hey, listen, you want to make money? Like dude, 80% paid off on a sale.
I mean, well, think about it.
$300?
If he's making 80% off a $300 sale, he's making.
What do you think? Like
$80.
260?
2 and change, yeah.
If he makes 3 sales a day,
That's good fucking money.
240 tax free, right? And this guy's probably felon. Like, I'm just assuming.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
gonna, we're gonna
yeah.
do
Otherwise, he
yeah.
wouldn't be doing this.
Yeah.
It's not horrible.
No, it's not.
All right,
Better than
so-
better than working at the 7-Eleven. for $8
Exactly.
an hour,
Exactly. No, fair enough. That's
Yeah.
true. That's the real shit.
You know.
So Caleb, I want to pick your brain on this because I know that obviously you guys are in sales. I want to get some of these nuggets out of you. So Tony told me this story. This is one of the most legendary stories ever. I've actually mentioned this before on the podcast too. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but Tony was telling me that one of the ways that he strikes up business or more so a conversation is he'll like go on Amazon.com, By the way, guys, take Tony's hack. He'll go on Amazon.com. He'll literally order a trophy to someone's office, and he'll make it congratulate them on being, like, let's just say, the hardest CEO to get in contact with. But Tony told me, believe it or not, many, many times that's opened up the door for some, like, very fruitful conversations. So my question for you is, what are some of the ways that you think outside the box to kind of get the conversation started and your sales cycle?
Yeah. So one thing that's been really, really good this year is finding people that have like left their business and they've gone to a new business in the last 90 days and sending them a book that's like the first 90 days of how to be successful in your role.
That's so fucking
It's
nice.
fucking gold.
That's so
Nice.
So what you
it's-
do is you call Tom CFO and you're like, hey Tom,
Congrats
did you
to
get
the
the
role.
book? Oh, you're the guy that sent me this book. Well, nobody else sent me a book, and you actually saw that I just changed jobs. Well,
Dude,
that's
it's a
cool.
conversation starter,
Right.
man.
That starts a conversation, and you can roll from there about like the product or whatever. But like that's something that works really well. Also, I've noticed that like very targeted things like that are very pertaining to like them and what they care about is great.
Yeah.
Also, expensive stuff works too. Like just expensive, like random shit off the wall.
Like what, for
What- what-
example?
what are we
Out of
talking about
curiosity.
here?
Like we were doing Apple Watches for a while.
Okay.
What? Dude, what the
Not
fuck?
a CFO. CFOs don't care about the shit.
Dude, minority-
But like,
like-
but some, like CHROs, Apple Watches, they like it's just expensive stuff gets their attention
Yeah.
as well.
Yo, you
Yep.
remember at Paycom? So we had a thing. It's so funny you're bringing this up. Remember we used to do the AirPods? Mm-hmm. If you took a conversation with us, it could be anybody in the company.
Doesn't matter. Free AirPods.
Free AirPods. Just gotta meet with us one time.
Are you kidding me?
I swear to
Love
God,
free
yeah.
shit.
So you guys would be just sending people a pack of AirPods.
Fresh AirPods when
Yes.
the Gen 2s came out.
Pretty much just to connect. And
Just to
like,
connect.
Take a meeting with me. Get some AirPods.
That's all it was.
I don't care who you are.
30 minutes,
AirPods.
listen to my spiel, you get a brand new thing of AirPods.
You know how many free AirPods I had that I never sent to people?
Yo, this guy.
I had a box full of AirPods, dude. Because they would send them to me first.
That's hilarious.
And I was supposed to send them out, and I was like, "Yeah, fuck you. You don't have a project, whatever. I'm not dealing with it."
Man's about to
These are
start
my
reselling
AirPods
those,
now.
bro.
But-
I have like 5 pairs of AirPods.
Wait, all right, yo, speaking, yo, you're right, because like the salesmen, when they're trying to get business, they try to win your shit. It's funny because I once went to Tony's house and he's like, I was gonna cut a lime, and he's like, yo, use this knife. I look at the knife, it's literally branded UKG.
Yep.
I put the knife on the lime, it cuts through the lime like butter.
Great knife.
Great.
And
fucking
in
knife.
my mind, I'm like, dude, if this guy sends me this shit, I'm having a conversation.
This is at
with
least
him,
talking to you,
period,
right?
dude.
Dude.
Period.
I
I didn't know
totally
we
get it.
had steak knives.
Yeah.
Dude, we did for a little. Yo, okay.
Dude, I got one in my kitchen. I'll literally show you.
I'm not even gonna get. So I'm gonna take you guys a really funny story about those knives. So we got these steak knives, right? And by the way, great fucking hit. Like CEO, CFO, anybody who kind of cooks, they'll take them, whatever. But I'm gonna name a rep. I'm not gonna name a rep, but I'm gonna. We had a rep there. I guess he didn't read the room. He was still fresh. Never been into sales before. He sends it to a CHRO at a suicide prevention clinic. He sent steak knives to a suicide prevention clinic.
You just help me get rid of the problem quicker.
Oh my god,
And
man.
it's like she goes, like the person reached back out to him. She goes, "Thank you. We cannot accept that. We are a facility where we don't have we cannot
Any of
have
that shit around.
It's
any
like what
sharp
you don't
objects."
eat, you don't cook meat. Like take them home.
Yeah,
Yeah,
literally.
But the whole point was like,
Are you gonna
send it
pass
to my
them out
fucking
to your
house.
clients?
Don't send it to a suicide prevention facility where.
Bro, that's hilarious.
How fucked up is that? I'm like, and we kind of looked at it and was like, dude, like it's a fucking nonprofit that's preventing suicide. Why are you sending knives out there?
That's just kind of like stupid at that
yeah,
point.
you're
man.
just being a fucking idiot.
So just bringing it back. You were saying what some of the ways that you strike up businesses. You'll send them an Apple Watch, whether it's EarPods.
dude, tell me
whatever.
a story about the company recently, the ice cream shop.
About
That's
ice cream guys.
so sick. Listen to this.
So this was pretty good. So there's this ice cream shop in Georgia. It's in Savannah, Georgia. They have like 10 locations. They've been there since like 1910, whatever. It's a long time.
Yeah.
It's called Leopold's Ice Cream. Okay. So
Shout out
like
Leopold.
they have their own creamery, and they make their own ice cream, make their own baked goods, whatever. So I was meeting with them. We had our demos, whatever, and I thought to myself, so we have this platform to where we could send gift cards to companies, right?
Yeah.
For like coffee,
Yeah,
food,
thanks. Yeah.
Just different things.
yeah, miscellaneous items. And so I thought to myself, I was like, what if I can get their ice cream on
On
things
it, yeah.
so that reps can send their ice cream, and then obviously they get paid. And so I called marketing, and they were like, yeah, we can do this. And so I called the guy, and he was like, that'd be amazing. Well, yeah, no shit, you're getting free money off of this.
Yeah.
And so
That's awesome. Dude.
anyway, we had our closing call, and he was like, I decided I wanted to go with you guys because this is a real partnership. He's like, you're making us money, we're giving you money, like blah blah blah.
It's a win-win.
But like that really worked out. So like, I think in our case, if you can find a way to partner with someone to help them be successful as well as yourself, like sell their product if they have a product to sell. Like a lot of companies work with don't have products.
Right, like become like true business partners. I think also your challenge at that point, and it happens all the time, It's like in sales, like sometimes people look at you, right? Let's just say you're doing solar, right? And you can work for a different company. It's sometimes hard to find a difference between what you're selling. Like same shit with us. Like we sell payroll software. Sometimes harder to find between like this vendor and this vendor. They're both gonna process your payroll properly if it's set up accordingly.
Yeah.
But like to his point is like he leveraged the fact that it's like not only can we do your partnership or can do your payroll just like every other company, but not only that, the reason you should go with me is because I have now this partnership with this company that you could leverage, and we're gonna bring you more.
You
revenue.
could pretty much leverage one another's synergies at that point.
At that point, exactly.
That's pretty much yeah.
And dude, I mean that's why like you gotta sometimes think a little bit outside of the box, but some of it's sometimes just common sense, like, right? You know,
right.
Like look at the room, see how you can be useful to them, and it goes back such a long way. And that's why like, dude, even this kid's fucking always killing it, and that's why I always go.
So
yeah.
You were talking about making kills before in terms of like sales. By the way, if you guys are listening, make sure you send this to someone that is in sales. We got a ton of value coming for you guys over this next hour. But you were talking about kills in sales. I wanted to ask both of you guys. I wanted to pin this question.
Yeah.
What's one of the things that you feel like always result in a successful sale? Like what's one thing that you could tell me is like I do this most of the time and it helps me to convert? Is there something?
There is something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So the ability to really
put me on some game.
The ability to really understand someone's pain. Like, how do I find that pain, right? Asking questions to find the pain, and then selling the fix to the pain.
Selling the fix. That's what it is.
It's like, this causes you to feel this way. This is a solution to make you not feel this way anymore. Because that's an emotion.
Yep.
You're selling to an emotion.
Right.
Most people don't buy off logic.
No.
Like, do you buy a car off logic?
No.
You buy a car because of the way it makes you feel. You buy a brand off logic? Not really, because you saw this guy wear it. Like, it made you feel a certain way, it made you feel cool, right? People buy product based on emotions. People don't buy off logic. Now, some people do. Majority of humans don't use logic.
They
for
don't.
anything,
They don't.
They
know.
don't.
right? So when you're dealing with the masses, like, if you can tie a solution to a pain and make them feel that go away, they'll buy.
And how important is it to have, genuinely speaking, like a good product? Like you guys are not selling something like bullshit. You guys are selling like something that's like.
It's gonna sound so fucking stupid when I'm about to say it, but it's a fact. I think product and Caleb, feel free to jump in on this. I would say product importance is probably like only 30% of the equation.
Really?
You know how many people sell
Really?
sell like what there's a phrase for it. They sell like just like the what's that phrase called when it's like the product's not built yet, but you're selling like a vision. People sell vision sometimes. They're like, "Oh, it's a concept." People sell concepts.
Right.
And that's like 90% of a lot of startups. They want to invest your money because they're selling like a concept.
Right.
Something that does not even like in the market yet. If you could drive that and make, and you know, it was a great example. WeWork was that. WeWork was 80% fucking concept. Their business wasn't even legit. And you know what happened? The CEO, he bounced out after the fact, but it was all a concept. It was like, yeah, this is what's going to work. People ate it up. All the investors invested. So with us, what we do, 30% of what we do, yeah, the product's freaking great, by the way, which is like a big advantage for us. But
For sure.
But dude, yeah, like no, the product isn't that important. You don't need to become a product expert if you could understand people. That's all it is.
So you're saying that 30% of the sale would be your solution, so to speak. Is that fair to say?
Chime in here.
Yeah.
Chime in.
talk to
So
us.
like, if somebody comes in with a real software and you come with something on pen and paper, they're gonna tell you go fuck yourself, right?
Of course.
But like, if you have software that's like slightly on par with every other competitor in the world, I'm gonna go back to cars here because I like cars. but
Yeah,
like
cars, yeah,
Toyota,
that's a good example.
Toyota,
We're car
Honda,
guys, too.
Kia, all the same shit. Mazda, they're all on the same level.
All the same.
Right. Agreed.
Not that much different. If you come to somebody with a fucking bicycle, like that's a different story. But like, it's all about selling the vision and the future state of what it could be,
Exactly.
more so than it is the product.
Right. No one
Because
buys
at
off
the
the
end of the day,
functionality. They buy like what's the end goal?
Majority of the products, when you're advanced to that point, are all kind of doing the same thing.
They're all doing the same thing. Yeah.
Like when you're aligned, if it's something that's like very niche, like very different, you're all doing the same thing. Like we all sell the same thing, right?
You all
They
do,
buy,
yeah.
They buy from people, and they buy from people that could sell to the pain and sell a future state.
And to that point, I want to add this, right? Because we were just talking about like key things, right? Like
Absolutely.
how do you know you're in a position, like one thing you got to figure out to really close the deal. So first things first is obviously, are you speaking to the person that actually makes the decision? That's like 90% of it. I don't care if you're best friends with, whether it's an HR assistant, whether it's a payroll lady, whether it's a regular frontline worker in the company. If they can't sign a contract, you're wasting your time.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you do.
You want to know who could put
you
pen
can
to
take them up
paper.
to Noble and drop 10 bands on them, and if they can't sign a contract, you are wasting money for no reason.
Right.
Yeah.
But apart from that, right, when you're in that stalemate, and then let's just back to the cars, right? We'll use a great example for cars. if you're in that stalemate where it's like I can't tell the difference between these two because they're the exact same model. We'll use like a Mercedes and a BMW, right? They're both fast. They're both luxury. They're both very known brands. I guarantee you, the person who bought either a Mercedes or a BMW in that scenario was because they determined who they liked more and who they felt they could trust. That's all it is.
Bingo.
How I closed a deal recently?
Absolutely. Like when they're along the same like threshold, it's all from the person that sells it.
That's crazy. That's a very great point.
Well, think about Xbox and PlayStation.
Yeah.
Are they much different?
No,
No.
same
Probably
shit.
And it's crazy because PlayStation's probably better, but there's more people on Xbox, and
yeah.
you try like make that make sense.
It's almost like a culture. It's almost like a vibe. I don't know what it is. Like it sounds so stupid. Our generation now buys a lot on vibes.
that's golden right there. That's factual.
Biggest influencers, anything you consume social media, honestly vibes. Like for example, like Andrew Tate, for example. You watch his content, you feel a certain way, you feel a little bit empowered. People consume it, and people consume a lot of it, and people get upset about it. Like obviously the other side of it get upset, but it's like no, it's almost like it's creating that emotional fact. That's all it is. There's no logic behind it, right? There's none of it. And even when like we talked about this earlier, but like even picking up girls, that's always a great example. Like you could look great, but if you're a brick wall and you can't have a conversation,
You're cooked.
You're cooked.
You're cooked.
You could look like Brad Pitt, whoever you could look like.
Well, back to that point, women buy on emotion.
Right.
Women buy on confidence, and they buy on that like not like primordial, right? It's like this guy's not a liability. He goes out, he does stuff, he makes shit happen. Like you're sitting around on your phone, like what are you doing? You're not doing anything.
Yeah.
But you walk up confidently. We think about like the primordial edge. It's like this guy, he goes out, he does shit. He's not a liability.
Right.
Like the cavemen, if there were guys sitting out there in the cave and they had the women in the cave, right, and the guys are sitting on their ass, you're all gonna die.
Yeah.
But like I think men that are in motion, men that are confident, and men that lead,
they eat that up.
That's like deep down, like that's psychology.
I don't want my boy to catch a stray out here.
I think so too.
Absolutely.
But I'm
Catch
gonna,
a stray. What do you mean?
it's like a phrase like I don't want to disrespect him, but like Benny Blanco, guy's legit as hell. He's a big producer, produced some of the biggest songs you could ever imagine. A lot of Kesha songs, a lot of like Lady Gaga songs. Like the guy literally is a renowned producer.
Okay.
He backed Selena Gomez. If you guys know, obviously everyone knows who Selena Gomez is.
Wait, like skinny Selena or fat Selena? There's a difference.
No, it's so
There's
This is just we're gonna go by name right now. It doesn't matter.
No, you're not kidding though, dude. That's a real thing.
There's a difference, bro. You seen it recently? It's not the same.
Hey, listen,
Dude,
she's
that's-
still
This isn't Disney Channel Selena, bro.
regardless, it's Selena Gomez. Let's put it that way, right? Whether it's
Yeah, but you think I'm kidding? Like,
Well, at the end of the day, all women are the same.
I'm talking about the whole like. I don't know if you guys have seen those photos of Ariana Grande when she got like super frail. Like,
she was already skinny and like I don't know what's going on with her now. She looks like she's dying.
dude, she used to be bad and beautiful, and like you said, like now she legit straight up looks like she's dying.
It's a really scary thing.
It's no bueno, dude.
But Benny Blanco, right? The only reason I'm bringing him up because like Justin Bieber's going through this whole like he's crashing out.
Yeah, he's crashing out, right?
He's going through all this like.
I don't know about this shit.
Yeah,
It's on TMZ.
Dude.
Yeah.
I thought he got crashes like every 2 years.
It's
He used to
funny.
have that monkey he went with him over. You remember the monkey? He carried that monkey around.
Was
That
just
I don't
carrying a
remember.
monkey?
He had a monkey for a while. It was like a chimpanzee.
Oh, he did. Yeah, but there's like we're
Justin
talking.
Bieber?
Yeah, he pulled like a Michael Jackson shit like way years ago.
He had crashes out every 2 years.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
But recently he's like apparently saying like his marriage is struggling because Selena Gomez just got engaged. It's so funny how we got into this, but the point I was trying to make.
Wait a second. Are you saying that because she got engaged, he lost his shit?
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Those are rumors. I don't fucking know.
Oh, you don't know.
I think
dude.
Hailey Bieber is more attractive than Selena.
Yeah, obviously, yeah, no, she's a very attractive girl.
You know what it is though? It's also one of those things where you like kind of what you can't have.
Yeah, I mean, dude, you gotta remember they were like sweethearts. It was a whole thing.
The grass is always greener.
But my point is this though, Benny Blanco did not back Selena Gomez based on looks. That's all I'm gonna say, and a lot of people can agree with me on that. But back to what we're talking about, emotions. Yo, you're a good fucking person. You have confidence. You're very well respected. You're someone who can hold yourself in a certain standard. Like,
Yeah.
like dog, you can back Selena Gomez. That's all I'm
I gotta
saying.
add something to this, man. So like,
Put us on.
looks,
Put us on, Caleb.
looks, and money make you an attractive object.
It really does.
But an attractive object does not keep the woman around. What keeps the woman around is the emotion and the feeling that she has to like serve you, right? Like the attractive object syndrome goes away. Like it's not how you keep a woman. You keep a woman by like, I want to be around this guy. He's going places. Like he's doing things.
Agreed.
He makes me feel this way. He asks me to do these things. He's not easily won over, right? Like
Right.
that's what keeps the psyche going. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
And I'm gonna back up for a second because when I say serve you, like that sounds bad.
That
I don't
sounds
mean it
horrible.
that
Yeah, by the
way.
way. But
I don't
look,
mean.
yo,
I don't mean it.
we had a conversation about this.
All right,
Yeah, we did, we
let me
did.
just reposition here.
I know what you're saying in terms of like you know, like having that woman role. I think that's totally fair. Like
That's what I
having
was
that
trying to
role,
say.
like having like, hey, listen, you're my wife. You know, obviously, I don't expect you to cook clean or whatever. But as like someone as a female, you know, like if I'm running the household, I'm the breadwinner. You know, I feel like your role could be that, bearing my children, you know, running the household, keeping everything intact, while I could bring over the financial gains.
Yeah,
right?
the whole typical
the
dynamic.
whole
of it.
So
which I feel like is a family. It's called a nuclear family.
Yeah.
There's a feminine trait. There's a masculine trait. And the masculine trait is to lead and to take care of. The feminine trait
provide.
the feminine trait is to take care of the man for his needs, like emotionally,
Right,
physically, right?
Everything, yeah.
Now, let me kind of put this in perspective. So think about all the high-profile, like, divorces or affairs that have happened. It's been from, like, a guy and his assistant.
Oh,
Think
him
about,
sleeping with the
think about,
assistant?
like, Bill Clinton and, like, Monica Lewinsky, for instance.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And I even know some like local friggin' shit.
Think about it.
No, it's very
Yeah.
true.
But
But
That's
it's
some real
not. But
shit.
you think, oh, well, she's attractive. They're around each other all the time. That's not why. It's because he's telling her things to do. He's leading her, and she's helping him. And
Yeah.
she's assisting, which is like feeding that like psychological void or whatever, like that primordial void to like
Right.
help the man, assist the man, and that breeds like. I mean, it fills a void. You think about this stuff, like
Think deeply.
like think about all the high profile stuff, like it
Yeah.
shouldn't have happened, but it did happen. That's why. It's a psychological, because at the end of the day, humans are all primordial. We're all
primordial,
psychological. Like everything boils down like to a very small piece while we do everything we do.
I'm
It
gonna-
doesn't
I'm
go
gonna-
At the
away.
end of the day, like Rogan always says, we're apes in clothing.
Yes,
That's all we are,
it doesn't
yeah.
go away.
Yeah.
Here's a fact why this is like, because we're starting to see like almost like, I wouldn't even call it like a revolution, but we almost feel like women feel a little bit more empowered nowadays, and I almost feel like people. I should say, and I want to make sure I say this properly.
You gotta be careful, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna say anything like weird.
not messing with
No, I feel like now, like the woman role now, like I feel like women are taking more charge now, and there's the only reason why, because I feel like our leadership, our role models, are very weak.
Yes.
Like true, like to be a man
Yes.
now, like I don't think we have that anymore. Like I feel like back in the day, like having a traditional family was very common. I think having those roles and just being a strong man, like it doesn't have to be toxic masculinity. That's a whole other different perspective.
Yeah, that's
just
true.
being someone that like, hey, listen,
you-
you
do
go
you-
hold it down. How many girls now do I? You know, what I mean? And I'm gonna keep this very anonymous. I know a lot of relationships right now where the woman is the breadwinner, where the guy is unambitious, lazy. And you know, maybe he has a hammer or some shit to keep this thing together, but you know, like
You never
like,
freaking know.
bro, there's
But
people
again,
raising
but
guys.
that boils back to like buying off of emotions. Like that only goes so
Right,
far.
right. You know what I mean? So I don't want to spin this in a way where I feel like it's a bad thing, but I also do feel like a lot of men now, our generation right now, they're very misguided. Like the men want to be the bitches nowadays. That's a fact.
That's
I
true.
feel like the guys are like, oh,
That's true,
like,
that's true, that's true,
like,
that's
oh
true.
my god, like I need to be taken care of.
The whole
but they
dynamic
don't
has
want to have a
changed, though,
job. They don't want to. They're not in, like you said. You made a good comment. They're not in motion. They don't have a future. They're
I
not
love that. They're
working.
not in motion.
They're not working. They're not working hard, but they want that treatment, right? They almost feel
Right.
like they're entitled to it. And I think to your point, I think that's why now you see like this very weird perspective on the dynamics of relationships. You see a lot of women cheating on their guys now because
That's
dude,
why.
That's why
It's not feeling that.
It's not feeling like
void.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
What's funny, you say like the masculinity thing. What was the term you used for the masculinity?
Toxic
It's a thing from the
masculinity.
Toxic
left.
masculinity.
Yeah.
Toxic
You know where that actually came from?
Where'd that come from?
That came from prisons,
Really?
like gangs in prisons.
Shit.
Is that
no
so?
way.
Like gangs, like gang leaders fucking people up in prison. That's where that word actually came from, and it spiraled to what it is now.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's so
But
fucking
That was the
crazy.
terminology behind that. Was like gang leaders in prison. That was toxic masculinity. That's what they used for that terminology.
But it's,
But now like toxic, whatever their toxic masculinity now is just. I feel like how we should operate.
No,
in
it's like,
general.
Yeah.
let me set you up for this though. I always like to ask this, always, especially as we're coming to a tail end of these conversations. If you could give advice to yourself, 10 years, the 10-year younger self, what would you have told yourself then, based on what you know?
Do
now?
not give a fuck about what other people think and be true to yourself. Do what you think is right. Follow your instincts and work your ass off.
I hope you guys enjoyed episode 29 with Caleb. This episode, I'm probably gonna have this drop in like the next like week or so.
Next week is yeah.
So if you guys got any value from this, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, smash the thumbs up button, follow Caleb on all his socials. You'll always find all that stuff down in the description section.
We gotta plug you. Plug yourself real quick.
Yeah, plug yourself.
How do
real
we
quick.
find you? How do we find you?
I don't even know what my handle is, dude.
I think it's
Let's
like
see.
underscore.
It's
Instagram. It's _____.
Oh, it's
C
4.
Jones ______.
Don't even stress about it. We're gonna have everything
we're
in the
gonna
description
fire it
section
out.
under this video
That's
or
what
in
I
a
told
pinned
you.
comment. But Caleb, dude, genuinely, man, I appreciate you coming onto the pod, and I think that anyone that's getting into sales can take a lot out of this, not just from like all the other conversations that we had. And I think that it's also one of those things where once you're breaking into like the sales role, you don't know anything about that world at all. So conversations like this could definitely be fruitful for people that are up and coming. So, dude, thank you again, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
Thanks for
appreciate
having
and-
me.